everyone, I'm back. I'm filming my bathroom because it's kind of cute. It's got all the stuff I need to do this video. Anyway, I decided I'm going to do a video on my palette collection. That doesn't just mean eyeshadow palette, that means like blush palettes and highlighter palettes too. So I've got them all ready to go. I'm going to flip the camera around so you guys can see all of them. So let me pause real quick and turn the camera. Okay, so here are the eyeshadow palettes, and there's the, ignore my counter, the 3 lone like highlighter and blush palettes. Okay, so I'm gonna do the blush and highlighter palettes first that I have to review. So first we're gonna do the Almond Cosmetics Color Red Blush Trio palette. I got this in a box of charm last summer, and it looks like this. And obviously you can see this middle color right here is the one I use the most because you can't even really see the A anymore. I'm also going to be rating these palettes too, so I would rate this palette, because I don't like blush normally, so I'll rate this a 10 out of 10 because this is the blush I wear all the time whenever I wear blush, so 10 out of 10. The next is one of those free little blush and bronzer or contour palettes from Ulta. It's the Ulta Beauty Blush, and it's this. This actually looked good as an eyeshadow topper. This honestly didn't work. So, I mean, it was free after I spent $20 at Ulta, but I would rate this a 1 out of 10. And I'm only giving it a 1 because it made a nice eyeshadow topper. Okay. The next one is the Pura Vida Summer Highlighter Palette. I got this when Hoda did her mystery bags. So, as you can see, the Malibu shade went into the St. Trop shade. I don't use that one. I mainly use the Malibu or the Copacabana one. But the purple and the green actually made really good eyeshadow looks. So I would definitely give this an 8 out of 10 just because I have used highlighters that are more like dramatic effect. It's a good like everyday summer highlighter. Definitely recommend it. So now on to the Colossal. Okay, oh Jesus Christ. Okay, so first I'm just gonna grab what's on top. So first we have the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbon. I wound up getting this when Marshalls and TJ Maxx had them. There it is, everyone pretty much in this one. It looks like I mainly use the Bordeaux shade. That's my favorite shade in here. That and the Divinity one I use the most. Oh, it still smells good. I would rate this a 7 out of 10 because out of all the palettes I have, this used to be my favorite, but now I have more pigmented ones and more better pigmentation ones. So only 7 out of 10, but because it still works good, but it's not the best, but it does smell amazing and it does blend really well. So 7 out of 10 for Too Faced. Let me scooch that. We're just gonna put that back in here. Next we have is the Ulta Beauty Rose Gold 12-piece eyeshadow palette. This was actually my first ever like big eyeshadow palette, so I'm never gonna get rid of it. And because it's actually really pretty and they look really nice, I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10 as well, just because it's not like as pigmented as like Jeffree Star, Morphe, or like Natasha Denona, things like that. But it's still really good, and for the price you pay, it's really good. So definitely recommend if you want a cheaper eyeshadow palette that still works pretty good, and also it's cruelty-free, so definitely. Okay, the next one, I'll do the OG one first. The Naked OG one. Oof, this is looking a little rough. But I would say that I would rate I got this for Christmas 1 year. I would rate this probably at a I'd say an 8 out of 10 because it's still not as pigmented as other ones, but it's definitely better than the Too Faced and the Ulta one. So there's that. Everyone knows what that looks like. Okay, on to Naked 3. I didn't like the Naked 2. I got this last Christmas, and this is actually one of my favorite nude palettes. So this is going to be a 9 out of 10 because it is pretty much perfect, except it needs a little more pigmentation because I'm spoiled now that I've used Jeffree Star Morphe. But other than that, if Urban Decay's pigmentation got just a little better, it would have been a 10 out of 10 definitely. It's one of my favorites, and I love the packaging. It's so good. Oh, I mean, so does the Naked OG one too. Let me shove these back in there. Put that over there. Then we have the Ulta Beauty, like, free with purchase. This was like one of the fall ones. Crap. I'm gonna swatch. So, like, see, that's the Plum Pop. So Plum Pop looks that dark in the pan. That's what it looks like on my finger. And that's what it looks like swatched. Autumn Spice, however, swatched pretty good. I didn't mainly use the mattes in this. I used mainly the shimmers because the shimmers work better. But I'm giving this a 1 out of 10 just because the pigmentation absolutely is trash. But the shimmers did work pretty well. But everything else is just utter trash. So if it wasn't free, I wouldn't have used it. Next we have the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions palette. This as well came in the mystery bags that she did. So here's what that looks like. I'm gonna give this was my first ever Huda eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna rate this at a, I'm trying to think. I'm looking at the swatches again because I have not swatched this in a long ass time. I would say like a 8 out of 10. Pigmentation could be better, but it's still really good and really pretty. Blends good. So 8 out of 10 for the little Huda. Next we have the ColourPop You Are a QT palette. Excuse me. I wound up getting this on sale at Ulta. And here it is. This works really well. I feel like this works better than the Huda one, but that's just me, I think, because ColourPop shadows are like friggin' amazing. Like, swatch. Oh my god. I'm swatching some. Like, here. Oh my lord. These three. Like, these three. Like, the three right here are from that palette. And the ones right here are from Huda. So, definitely, I would say this is a 9 out of 10 just because the pigmentation is better than Huda's. But it's still not like the Jeffree Star quality pigmentation. But for a brand that's priced and is ColourPop, definitely 9 out of 10. And also, if you like purples and all that, and you don't have this palette, you get this palette. I absolutely love it. And because my mom wants to, she's in the box. Okay. Next, we have the Revolution Makeup Revolution London. Whew. Flawless 3 Resurrection palette. I got this at TJ Maxx and I paid maybe like $4 for it. Here it is. I actually have that on my eyes right now. It's okay. It's not great. I would say this is about like if you like use your finger, it's like an 8 out of 10. If you use a brush, it's a 6 out of 10. So, or if like you wet your brush, I don't know. But I would say I would not buy this again. I mean, maybe some of their other palettes are better. I don't know. Maybe you have to try some of their other palettes, but this is 6 out of 10 if you use a brush, 8 out of 10 if you use your finger. Okay, next we have the Pure Cosmetics Festival palette. I got this in the Pure Cosmetics mystery bag. And oh my gosh, I was at first like, that autumn colors are a little, but oh my gosh, this made a perfect summer palette for me, because I still went out, I still went to restaurants and bars, I obeyed the rules, but this made my summer, because this palette is literally summer in a palette. And these glitters are friggin' amazing. 24 Karat Magic was my favorite one I used, and then Hidden Desert was a great color as well. I would say this palette's 10 out of 10. It's 10 out of 10. Just because of how pigmented and not chalky or loose the pressed glitters were. 10 out of 10 for this. Definite. But that's just my personal opinion. Okay. Next we have the Pro Fusion All Eyes Warm 25 Shades Eyeshadow Palette. My boyfriend actually bought me this at Five Below when we were shopping one day. He's like, oh, that's a good deal. Like, I don't know how it's going to work. It works pretty good. Once again, some of the colors work better than others. Some work better with your fingers, so putting them on. Some work with the brush too good too. But I would have to say, just like the Revolution one, I would say, but I would give this a 7 out of 10, and I'd give it a 7 out of 10, because even with the brush or finger, it's still better. Okay. Next we're getting close to it. Next we have the Morphe James Charles High Sisters palette. I know it's not the High Sisters palette, but you know, I had to High Sisters. Everyone should know what this looks like, but oh my gosh, I love this palette. I love it. This palette actually made me experiment with colors, because I was just a nude girl, nude look girl, and then I started getting into the purples, and I was like, okay, we got all these purples, so let me try some more stuff. Let me try like pinks, let me try reds, let me try like all like browns and oranges, not just browns and like skin color. Let me try some greens, let me try some like Disney villain looks, and this is what opened my eyes to, hey, you can pull off more than just nudes. So 10 out of 10. The pigmentation is amazing, and the colors, it's just literally every single color except a silver or gray. That's the only thing missing. But yeah, so I'm trying to see what one I use the most in this one. I would say I've used Flashback, the white shade, and then the Hello and Artistry, which are this blue, this purple, and white. I use the most, and those are mainly for toppers. Okay, so 10 out of 10. Next is the Morphe and Jeffree Star palette. I bought this not when the controversy was going on, because I had money. I bought it at the same time I got the ColourPop one, because I had money and I wanted to get it, and I was like, nope, I'm not waiting for it to go on sale, because knowing my luck, I'm not gonna have money then. This actually made me start liking to wear pinks on my eyes. This actually helped me make my Maleficent eyeshadow look, because I used the Nate color shade. I use like the pressed pigment glitters and the pressed pigment metallic looks as eyeshadow toppers. So it really, that and the James Charles palette really made me start to like colored eyeshadows, not just nudes. So 10 out of 10. I mean, it's a 10 out of 10 just because it's good pigmentation. I love it. But we're going over 10 out of 10 for this one. This is going to be 20 out of 10 just because, one, the packaging is amazing. This is the Jeffree Star Bullet Plus palette. So I'm saying a 20 out of 10 just because the packaging is amazing. The quality is amazing. It's sturdy. The shape is amazing. The shadows are absolutely gorgeous. They blend, to quote Jeffree, like a dream. They blend good with your finger, they blend good with your brush, they blend good with a sponge, they blend good with everything. And literally, my mom is mainly into nude colors, and she liked when I did her makeup with this. So absolutely 20 out of 10. Best eyeshadow palette I've ever used, bought, and owned. Ever. Ever. So, this is the best one in my collection. Definitely. Okay, so, definitely, I forgot that we're still on. So, that is my palette collection. It's a little smaller than most people's, but I still managed to make the video 15 minutes long. Hopefully you all liked this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up, comment down below which palette of mine you liked the best. Let me know if you have any of these palettes. Let me know if you have any of these palettes and which one of them is your favorite. And if you're not subscribed, just subscribe. I like to just do fun stuff here and there. And I hope you all have a good day. Bye. If I get next time.